JVP North Central Provincial Councillor Vasanta Samarasinghe questions as to why proper action is not being taken on the audit report pertaining to the Genevagate issue, the controversial refurbishment of the official residence of the permanent representative in Geneva. Samarasinghe posed this query in response to a statement which the Minister of External Affairs issued yesterday, exonerating the External Affairs Secretary of any wrongdoing in the matter.
Reports say MP Sajin Divas Genevagate assaulted the Sri Lankan High Commissioner to the UK, Dr. Chris Nonis, in New York. Reports say Dr. Nonis resigned the same day. The government response to Dr. Nonis' reported resignation. Dr. Chris Nonis confirms that he was assaulted and that he has resigned.
As has already been widely reported in the media, I confirm that I was unlawfully assaulted by the monitoring MP in the Ministry of External Affairs in New York on September 24th. I met His Excellency the President and discussed this matter on the same day, and I submitted my resignation on the same day, the 24th, and returned to London that evening.
Allegations that attempts are afoot to sabotage the Foreign Service.
To me, the decline of Sri Lanka began in 2010. Till then, we had a very good reputation. My worry is about Shenuke. She's not working for Sri Lanka. I think she's primarily working for herself. But she will use any tool to hand. Now, this lady is actually clearly not interested in Sri Lanka or in the President.
Presidential Media Division confirms resignation of Dr. Chris Nonis, states that investigation has been initiated into alleged assault and into complaint lodged by the External Affairs Secretary. The JVP's Vasanta Samarasinghe claims that the contract to refurbish the official residence of the permanent representative in Geneva in 2009 was granted to a company with LTTE affiliations.
Shenuka and her husband were involved with LTTE companies, contractors and ticketing companies. I challenge the government to publicize this audit report, or we will do it in the near future.
Former permanent representative in Geneva, Tamara Kunanayagam, confirms Samarasinghe's claim.
The residence where I was living, the official residence, was actually had rated before I arrived by a company whose the heads of the company had been arrested by the Swiss for LTT activities. They've been imprisoned, and I found that the estimates that the contract was given on the basis of estimates that were totally wrong. To my understanding, that the report was handed over to Sajin Bas to act upon. And I think you should ask Sajin Mas that question, and now the present Secretary, Shenuka Sivarath.
Monitoring MP of the Ministry of External Affairs, Sajin Divas Genevagate, responds.
I wish to clearly state that I did not receive any such document at any instance. I have not seen such a report.
Minister Vimal Veeravangsha alludes to the fact that Minister G.L. Piris confirmed to him the existence of the contract to refurbish the permanent representative's residence in Geneva and that it was awarded before Shenuka Senivaratne assumed duties. Minister G.L. Piris responds, says there is no connection between the LTTE and the said company, explains that the contract was completed prior to Shenuka Senivaratne assuming duties. Against this backdrop, Vasanta Samarasinghe, who first brought up the audit report, questions as to why it continues to be suppressed.
Professor
G.L. Piris should have looked at this committee report at the very least before issuing his statement to the press. I am not the one who is saying this. This is being said by the 4 people who compiled this report, including a Deputy Treasury Secretary. Minister G.L. Piris says that Shenuka Senivaratne assumed duties on the 15th of November 2009. This report says that 19th of November 2009. It is extremely clear. This transaction has taken place after she assumed duties. Now they are trying to acquit Thuwairaj too, who, according to this report, worked to raise funds for the LTTE. The monitoring MP of the Ministry of External Affairs initially said there was no such contract. Now they have accepted it. We ask Honorable Professor G.L. Piris If he issued this statement without reading the report after listening to MP Sajin Vas, we call on Professor G.L. Pires to take legal action with regard to this report and tell the country what action is being taken.
මේ වාර්තාව සම්බන්ධයෙන් නීති ක්‍රියාමාර්ග ගන්න කටයුතු කරන නිසා අපි GL පීරිස් මහත්තයන් අහනවා දැන් කියන්න මේ වාර්තාවට මොකද කරන්නේ රටට
කළා තියෙන චෝදනාට නෙමෙයි ඉදිරිපත් කළා තියෙන්නේ උත්තර. අපි කියලා තියෙන්නේ කරුණාකර
The answer that was given was not in response to the allegations that has been levelled. We have asked that they please make public the report of P.B. Jasundara. Through this, we can ascertain who is involved in this problem. We have pointed out that although ministers point the fingers at us, the tigers are with them. Vimal Veeravansa said 3 days ago, following discussions with the foreign minister, that the government had issued this to an LTTE affiliated company. We must be thankful to Minister G.L. Pires for accepting this. It is the government that awarded this contract to the tigers. I am saying that it is better for Foreign Minister G.L. Pires to resign than keep saying these things.
ආණ්ඩුව තමයි ඒ කොන්ට්‍රැක්ට් එක මේ කොටින්ට දීලා තියෙන්නේ. මම ඉතාමත් ඕනේ කමින් කියන්නේ GL පීරිස් විදේශ ඇමතුමා මේවට කියනවට වැඩිය ඉල්ලා අස්වියනවා නම් වැඩිය හොඳයි.
Meanwhile, UPFA parliamentarian Rajiva Vijayasinghe, former secretary to the Ministry of Disaster Management and Human Rights, addressed a letter to all party leaders yesterday. He notes in this letter that while he was away, Minister Vimal Veeravansa had attempted to defend Shenuka Senivaratne, the former permanent representative in Geneva and current External Affairs Secretary. He points out further that Minister Vimal Veeravansa claimed to have received satisfactory answers from the Minister of External Affairs in this context. Professor Rajiva Vijayasinghe draws to the attention of the party leaders that in 2012 he addressed a letter to the Minister of External Affairs, Professor G.L. Pires, regarding this matter. He says that he wrote this letter on the suggestion of President Mahinda Rajapaksa. Professor Vijayasinghe adds that he had told the President at the time that he would not receive a response to the letter. UPFA MP Professor Rajiva Vijayasinghe expresses his hope that the party leaders will take these issues up in Cabinet or in Parliament until there are satisfactory answers to the questions raised.